Good morning, I'm Casey, joining you live for our makeover #1. It's a new year and we are transforming from winter and Christmas over to spring and every day. And we want to conduct a series of transformation events, and we appreciate you tuning in this morning. So here at Casey Collections, we're located just 30 minutes north of Roanoke, 30 minutes south of my hometown of Buena Vista, Virginia. And it's a new year, and a new year is a fresh start and a great new beginning. And it's an exciting time as you take down the old and put up the new, or simply as you get those Christmas decorations down and you start wanting a little bit of change because you're inside so much with all of this darkness going on. So let's look at what we did yesterday. We played Big Dollhouse and had so much fun. I'm hoping you're going to enjoy this reveal #1. So I'm going to flip it around, show you a picture of the building real quick, show you a picture of where we started from, and then give you a look at our very first transformation as we are thrilled to be beginning a new year, a fresh start in 2019. So if you haven't been out to see us, this gives you an idea of the size of our building. We are just in Buchanan, Virginia, 30 minutes south of my hometown of Buena Vista, Virginia, and 30 minutes north of Roanoke, Virginia. I'm gonna walk in, but before I do, let me show you. This was a look at the front of the store for the last part of the Christmas season. Notice we had a table and we had all the fixings to make it look a little more wintry as we transitioned from Christmas to winter. But without any further ado, come on, let's go in and see the reveal. It's bold, it's a new year, and here you go. When you walk in the front of the store now, notice we chose this setup for many reasons. And as you take a look, we've picked a color which is called Michael's Cherry. Michael's Cherry. In this particular color, we didn't want it to be spring right in your face too much with the typical pastels as you came in the door. So we've got a little transition going on, but we went bold with a splash of red. And as you can see, we did a new setup here with an island at the very front of the store. And we dropped in a braided rug. So taking a look at this just a little bit closer, there were many reasons as we do our setups why we choose particular things. We chose the poppy flowers in that you can see in the field there, for the obvious reasons of remembering as it is here, in the United States, those that have fallen, and remembering and reflecting, on that. Now, poppies in the East are a symbol of success and love. So my reasoning for picking this was to think back about the past, remember those that have fallen for our country, but also take that remembrance back to remember what's happened last year and how this year could be a little different or a little better as we move forward. I always like to say you can't concentrate on the runway behind you, what's happened in the past, or the sky above you, what might come in the future when you're just simply trying to land the plane, go from day to day. So that's what this sort of represents to us is, not only a fresh start to the new year, but remembering back, thinking ahead, but red is a symbol of a bold color. Now, as we mix in, we certainly mixed in other flowers as well. We've got a couple of whimsical prints here in the background. I'm not sure if you can see those back there, and thanks to everyone that's tuning in. We also mixed in some metal. Another statement in my mind of bold. Be bold, forge ahead, go for your dreams, and 2019 is going to be a phenomenal year. And with that attitude and working hard, hopefully, we're going to have a peaceful, prosperous year for us all and healthy, if nothing else. So the lanterns and the lamps, you can see our Irvin's tinware. We chose those for metal, stately, classy, lanterns, and not only, we have them in lamps. So our Irvin's tinware we certainly have in store, and we can do custom orders. Notice the chandelier in the front gives us lots of great lighting. We do have many different options to choose from, and if we don't have a chandelier or an island lamp in stock, we can certainly order those. And again, thanks to all that are tuning in. In this particular setup with this chandelier, it may be more common to drop a table below it. With an island, you may want more of an island bar, and I will show you that in another transformation, but we chose, again, to be bold, and it's all about personal preference. It's just in this situation with the chandelier lighting going up, the lighting is not shining down on the lantern. But bold was the theme. As we come over to this side, you can see some other Irvin's lamps in the picture. Some more whimsical prints there in the background, just a little bit of a different look for us this season. And then notice the poppy fields. We've softened it up with a little bit of baby's grass here in the front. We've used sprays, and we've added in what we call baby's breath. They're a great little flower that just adds dimension not only to an arrangement, but you can just use it anywhere and everywhere to add a little bit of a softer touch. So you can see here in the front, as our transformation number 1, we went big and bold, metal, you know, the red to symbolize, again, strength, remembrance, success, and love, and moving forward. We added some lightness to it by picking our Livingston dishes that you'll see there in the background by Park Designs. And we threw in some napkins, and as I like to say, for fun, we threw in some weeds. As you see, some berry sprays, just kind of softening up those red napkins. Here in the foreground, we added a picture, and again, some poppies and other flowers, just to mix in some white. So as I step away, I wanted to let you see also the furniture pieces themselves. This is an island, and notice its intricate detail. An island is really great for kind of bar height seating, if you will. I personally love the one we have at home, and we try to carry 25 to 35 islands at all times, and we do have lots of customization options. The nice thing about this island is that we have 2 doors and 2 drawers, so you get that storage space, you know, right here with the doors, and I can open that up so you can see. Notice there is a shelf that you can add in, but it's a tremendous amount of storage. But you also have the drawers if you need to organize. For me personally, drawers just mean more of a junk drawer concept, but for many folks, you know, just a little more area to organize is certainly great. If you love the detail on this island, but let's say the top of the island is too large, we can get it where it would accommodate seating just for the 2 in the back. So in other words, we could stop the island top about here so that it wouldn't have the overhang. So if you haven't been in to see us for your furniture needs, you maybe looked but haven't talked to a furniture specialist, there's lots of customization we can do. If this color's not for you, or let's say you like the Michael's cherry at the bottom, but you want to soften it, you want to go maybe, as I say, a little more traditional and maybe have black at the bottom and Michael's cherry at the top, you know, that's certainly timeless as well. You know, we sell a lot of all of that. So black Michael's cherry, I think, is an all-time classic. I think Michael's cherry is just sort of a bold statement. And again, they're both beautiful and lots of people love them. A couple of things I wanted to point out with the corner cabinet here. Notice the corner cabinet, of course, you can get the storage, you know, at the bottom. That's all covered up. But we can also get these corner cabinets, and we're going to work on getting some brought in, where there's doors at the top that look like the doors at the bottom. So if you have a particular corner, and who in the world ever has enough storage, and you want to put a corner cabinet, but you want that top to be enclosed, we can get that done. That's another new option that we have. Or let's say you like the corner cabinet, but you want it to have glass doors at the top. We certainly have been selling them like that, and we'd be delighted to be able to order that in for you also. Hope everyone's doing well as you're tuning in to Transformation Number 1. A new year is so exciting. We are delighted to be able to flip the store around and get it back in shape after the holidays. Here in the background, and I'll step aside just a little bit, I want you to also be able to see our ladder back pub chairs that match up to the island. These are nice and stately if you need that back when you're sitting. But I'll probably do, another live at some point if there's enough interest about picking the perfect island for you. Because pub chairs are great, they're comfortable, they give you the back and support that you need. But if space is an issue, then we have other options. Typically a pub chair in full use adds about 24 inches onto the widest part of your island. So, picking the perfect island for you is a live that I've done in the past and has helped a lot of people, pick the right size for them. But our big bold piece in the back, and notice that we've chosen, and our furniture is right up against each other, of course, due to space limitations. But if you look at the back of the furniture, I try very hard when we stage things to have one that's lower, one that's higher, lower, and then higher. It seems that things flow better, in my personal opinion, when they're set up that way. And when we're fully flush, we try to do it that way. So we've got our main focal point behind our main piece here, and that's a 3-door classic hutch. So it's a large hutch that, one of our Amish vendors invented for us at our request, because for many people, the classic hutch, which is down here on the end, just wasn't large enough. In other words, if you have a large island or you've got a 6-foot, 7-foot, 8-foot table, this little classic hutch just wasn't quite, in proportion, if you will, to those sizes. So this classic hutch was invented. It's newer, but it's not new. We've had it for a while now. But one thing that I wanted to point out, we've had a lot of people that like the bottom of this extra large classic hutch. We can certainly order that. In other words, our hutches with the tops and bottoms on them, we don't break them apart, and sell them in store, either top or bottom. But let's say this piece here with all of its storage at the bottom, its doors and its drawers, and you just like this bottom piece, well, we can certainly order that for you. There's been a lot of people needing more of a, we do have buffets, but they like this particular bottom, so we can order it, and there's lots of color options. Lots of times on our website, and if you haven't been to our website, you're missing out. We're going to be putting a lot more attention back onto the website now that the holidays are over. But that website is kccountryhomeaccents.com. And we're going to do a better job about showing you what the inside of the different pieces look like. This is a bachelor's cabinet, and notice that you have shelves, 2 shelves at the top, so it gives you 3 areas for storage, and then 1 shelf at the bottom, so it gives you 2 areas for storage. Now, why it's called a bachelor's cabinet, I'm not really sure, but the whole point is this piece is versatile. It can take you from the dining room to the kitchen for extra storage, to the bathroom. I mean, that's the beauty of just kind of looking at the piece, ignoring its name, and figuring out where it can work for you. The nice thing about this now is many folks had wanted stars in the doors. We can do that. We're balancing out stars with traditional, but we can certainly do that, and you see here we brought in one. If you wanted stars all the way down, we could get that priced out as well. Or if you wanted it to just have a full raised panel, which is the one we've carried the most, meaning the whole item could look just like the bottom here, we can certainly do that for you. But storage becomes a theme, all year long, but certainly in the new year when we're trying to get organized and get things put back together, many folks, are looking for that extra storage. As we look here on the end, this is our traditional classic hutch. Notice the classic hutch shelves at the top. We didn't bother to decorate those this morning. I know there's a glare, so I apologize for that. Our Livingston dinnerware, as you take a look here, the beautiful pattern on that looks more like a Williamsburg type design. And then you see the doors and drawers at the bottom. Again, on this piece, if you like the bottom and you don't need the top, we can order that separately. So ultimately, in transformation number 1, we reworked the front of the store. We went bold. We showed it in all Michael's cherry. We weren't ready right here as you walk in the door to hit you with pinks and purples on this side anyway. And that really is kind of what we did. We played a lot in the dollhouse yesterday. Again, there's lots of customization options that are available, so certainly speak with the furniture specialist when you come in to see us. If you haven't been, we're conveniently located just 30 minutes north of Roanoke, 30 minutes south of Buena Vista, Virginia, and we are in the quaint little town, the south side of the quaint little town of Buchanan, Virginia. So for now, if you have any suggestions about future lives that you would like to see, just hit us up, let us know. I hope you've enjoyed this transformation number 1, and I've got other transformations planned as events on Facebook. So please check those out for the dates and the times, and I look forward to being back with you once again with some more transformations. Until then, be bold, be successful, but above all, be healthy and happy. Have a blessed day.